The nerds will inherit the copier world. Yes, they will, folks. Believe you me, you'll find out sometime in the future that it will happen. Okay, let's see what we're going to do. What are we going to make this nice image into? Going to leave that in the middle. Going full blast with the contrast. I'm going to lighten it up a bit. Rhymes with full blast contrast. Ugh, terrible rhyme. Sorry, folks. Okay, let's see what we've got. We're going to work out how big we're going to make it. We have here a paperback novel. We're going to photocopy this rather sinister looking image of a man and a gun. So I'm not sure how big that's going to be. We're going to have to be intuitive about it. It's an A6 horizontally, and vertically it's going to be, it might be an A6, I don't know. We're going to find out how big we're going to make this image. We're going to start at 200. And this is our paperback novel. I'm just going to give these away. Like, I'm not interested in reading this. I'm not a fictional reader. If I'm going to read something, I prefer to read non-fiction. Even though fiction's nice, I just prefer non-fiction, folks. For some reason, I just prefer non-fiction. Well, that looks interesting. Wondering where the centre of the job is going to be. Looks interesting. Even though we've lost a lot of the image, it still looks interesting. Wondering what we're going to do. If we're going to move it up, maybe. I might improve on it. So we're just going to move it up just a fair amount. We don't want this to become crooked, however. So we're going to try another shot at a different position. I just feel intuitively I've got to improve on this. Even though it looks good as is, we just got to get a better looking position of this. But unfortunately, we're showing more of the gunman and less of the... But I don't know if that's... I'm just trying to decide which one's better. I'm actually thinking that's a tough choice, folks. We're going to just... I don't know, I've done it wrong. I fucked it up. So I'm just thinking we're just going to put it back there. And we're going to print it off as is. Tell me what I'm thinking to myself. I'm trying to work out what's the best. Actually, we're going to pull it up. We're going to just go and compromise. We're not going to take too small amount off, but we're not going to take the same amount off. We're just going to take a little bit out of the image. We're just going to slide it up just a slight bit and see what happens if we can just get a good compromise. See if we can make a compromise image. And it'll look really nice, hopefully. It's not too high up or not too far down. So we've got to make it something a bit better in between. I still can't see much of that lovely colour. Wondering, but the gunman looks good. Wondering, trying to think what we're going to do. What's the best way about it? Let's see, I'm trying to think, folks. It's not easy trying to get this right. All right, we're going to go with it. We're going to run with it. I've just decided we're running with this kind of setup. Unfortunately, I can't get that lovely coloured bit off the bottom of the job, showing the people running. I'm actually wondering if I've done the wrong thing. Wondering if we're going to Because the first one looks good because it's got that brown stuff there. And here it doesn't have much of it. So I'm wondering if we're going to, what are we going to do? Right, I'm just thinking we're going to run with this compromised version, this compromise between too far up and too far down. So we're just going to have to, sometimes we have to compromise, folks, even though it's not always the greatest thing. So we're going to run our mirror image job. So we're going to make 2 copies of that. I'm still not satisfied with the fact that brown stuff isn't in the frame that much. But we want the gunman to be in the frame as well. We don't want him to be pushed out of the frame. So let's just line these up, because we did need a bit of the ground for these people running on it. Well, whatever. So now we're just going to try and line these pieces up into place. It's not an easy decision, folks, trying to get this as good as we can get it without getting too fussed. Anyway, I think that does look quite nice, actually. I think now we can call this demo quits.